would it be appropriate to say that only decision we need to make is to drop the belief in separate self, and rest of the decisions will take care of themselves?
But even this one will take care of itself.
That decision has to be basically made by consciousness, and for that, grace is required.
We need to be open to the possibility that this consciousness which is hearing these words in this moment is not personal, limited. That's all that we have to do, to be open to this possibility. And that's a prerequisite.
Yes.
And that which facilitates this openness is the investigation of the evidence that it is not the case. Because then we found that there is no evidence. Then we can be truly open. And this investigation has to be done both at the level of concepts and at the level of feelings in the body.
Now this investigation done at the level of the body and feelings, does that require effort as an individual?
No, it requires interest. It's not the same. So sometimes, if you do something you are interested in, it may look like effort. I'm interested in playing tennis. I mean, it looks like a lot of effort. But to me, it's not an effort. You see? So I'm talking about psychological effort, no psychological effort.
See, I'm finding that any activity undertaken with intention, no matter how noble it is, somehow loses its innocence. Because there seems to be somewhere along the line some goal.
Well, it depends. It keeps its innocence as long as the goal is not personal. It loses its innocence the moment the goal becomes personal. So, for instance, if you conduct this investigation in an impersonal manner, it means you are simply seeking the truth of it, with not knowing what the outcome of this investigation is going to be. But if you conduct the investigation in order to get enlightened, then you're in trouble, because at the very root of your investigation, you have the private investigator.
Yes. Yeah.
And then you are in trouble.
Yeah.
Because it's private. So you should do the investigation with the universal investigator, but not with a private investigator.
Yeah, it's a very, very fine line, because mind sometimes.
It's not fine. No, it's not fine.
No, I'm not talking about the personal and the impersonal. I'm talking about detection of intentions, whether it's personal or it's just coming out of love.
Well, no, it's very clear. In your own honesty, you can make this determination quite easily. Okay. You know, and you can make it on the spot. But you have a detector of that on top of it, which is, if you do the investigation in an impersonal way, there is happiness that surrounds it. It's a joyful thing. There is interest. There is genuine interest. Whereas if you do it with an ulterior motive, then what you do is boring, because you are not invested in what you are doing in this moment, but your interest is directed beyond what you are doing to what it is towards the benefits you are going to derive from your current action. Are you following me?
Yes, yes.
And that's you lose your innocence at that moment, and at that moment you lose the joy.
See, I'm finding that things that are actions that are done spontaneously, it's almost like what you were saying earlier, like delaying the decision till the last minute or at an appropriate time. So when life flows through moment to moment where things are done spontaneously, those things seem to just flow through most effortlessly.
Yeah.
And any time there is like even a slight hesitation or a slight concern whether this is the right thing to do or wrong thing to do, there is somehow stink of this limited entity.
Well, sometimes an hesitation is in order. If this guy rings at your door and is trying to sell you a used vacuum cleaner, I mean, you may hesitate before reaching for the wallet.
Yeah, yeah.
Or for the credit card. See what
Yeah,
I mean?
yeah,
I mean, come on, there are moments when it's good to hesitate.
For some reason, this intellect want to make process out of all these things and put it in like a nice little bottle, to be, to go to kind of a thing. And that's the struggle I'm having.
But there is a very nice little bottle, which is either it's personal or it's not.
Okay.
And I gave you the symptoms. If it feels like effort, chances are it's personal.
Okay.
If it feels natural, easy, spontaneous, that you like it, that you're interested, that you are keen, then chances are follow your keenness.
Okay. So there is a symptoms, right? It'll tell you right at the beginning. If it feels right and relaxed, then there is an ease to it.
Yeah, it shouldn't be contrived.
Yeah, okay.
So, but for instance, my suspicion when the other day I received an email, and the email was sent to me by Barrister John.
Nigeria.
Did you receive it too?
Of course. Probably wrote it.
So I had an effortless suspicion right away.
Okay. Yeah. Okay.
You see, the reason why we should follow our bliss and our keenness is because that's what the end game is to live in keenness and in peace and in enthusiasm. So the only way to achieve this goal, if we can talk about the goal, is to nurture it, not to kill it. When you have your enthusiasm, don't curb your enthusiasm.
Yeah. Thank you.